Guys and gals, we got the Verizon numbers for you here from Q4 2021. I know we're already into the heart of Q1 2022. We're going to take a look back at how they did as a company, and we'll look at their financials. We'll look at the wireless, consumer, and business, and then we'll look at the broadband connections. There's some network stuff in here which is exciting and important, and then a couple other random details like prepaid and track phone and media. All right, so let's first get things started with some of the financials. So earnings per share is up. A lot of investors are going to be happy about that. The cash flow for the year, $40 billion. In terms of the free cash flow, $19.3 billion. And then specifically looking at the debt, $137 billion. So it gives you an idea of where the company stands and what they did for the year. CapEx total spent on the network as well as other infrastructure in the company. CapEx was at $20.3 billion, exceeding their guidance by, I think, about $1 to $1.5 billion. This is important to note as the C-band N77 network build is ongoing. They've already sunk their teeth in at $2.1 billion in upgrades. More of that to come in a little bit later in the video. A little bit more on the financials. The operational revenue down year over year, 1.8%. $34.1 billion in operational revenue in total. The sale of the media obviously boosts the numbers a little bit here. $4.7 billion net income on the quarter. The track phone revenue, I believe, started being counted on November 23rd. I think valued somewhere around $700 million. $17.8 billion in wireless service revenue. That's an increase 6.5% year over year. Total postpaid churn at 1.01. Retail postpaid churn 0.81. 1 million total retail postpaid net adds. 558,000 phone net adds. That would be business and consumer. Total connections now approaching 143 million customers for Verizon Wireless. Total broadband adds 106,000. That would include Fios, DSL, and fixed wireless access. So that would be the Cellular Home Internet. So the breakdown on that is fixed wireless access, 78,000 adds. I think in Q3 they were at 55,000 adds. So increasing quarter over quarter. Now with the C-band launch, we expect those numbers to be obviously higher next quarter for Q1. Fios revenue at $3.2 billion for Q4, plus 5.7% year over year. For the annual 2021 revenue, almost $13 billion, $4.6 billion year over increase of 4.6% year over year. So those numbers aren't bad. There's some growth in there, so I think that's something that Verizon can definitely hang their hat on. In terms of the business side, business net adds plus 222,000. Track phone being counted as November 23rd. So some of that, prepaid growth and stuff is also included in there. Business postpaid churn was 1.26 when including just the retail phone on that. I think it was 1.01. I think that's indicative that maybe AT&T and T-Mobile's numbers are better. All right. Anyways, consumer wireless for Q4, retail postpaid churn 0.94, and then total wireless retail churn 0.77. Wireless retail postpaid net adds at plus 667,000, plus 336,000 phone net adds. So a lot of growth, surprisingly, for Verizon. A lot of advertising. They put a lot of awareness out there in media. All right, they did lose 85,000 subs on prepaid. $10 billion spent on C-band, completely dedicated. That's their plan. They did use $2 billion of that in 2021. That leaves about $8 billion. They did say that they were going to use about 70% of that during 2022, which is impressive. My calculations on that, it's going to be about $5.5 billion spent on C-band this year alone. So expect the current 100 million pops, spent with that $2 billion. I think they're going to get an additional 125 to 150 million pops with the next 5 to 5.5 billion. This gets them probably around 200 million pops, probably by the end of the year. I don't be surprised if in January, like 1 year from now, we're talking about Verizon having over 2 million pops of mid-band dedicated N77 5G coverage. Track phone, a growth stream, according to CEO Hans Vestberg. Expect a 3% boost in revenue due to that. Total CapEx decrease Interesting. Last year they spent $18 billion. It may decrease to $16.5 to $17.5 billion. Not a huge decrease, but it is notable. It is a decrease. Some may look at that as concerning. I think they kind of shored that up by saying that the C-band CapEx has its own separate, network build plan with its own separate CapEx. So they'll be spending $5 to $6 billion dedicated on C-band. When you include that, that puts them over $20 billion. So I'm not sure how concerned I am per se, but we might see, it makes sense to me that they would slow down on mmWave if they're going to cut down on build. We'll see how that holds up. All right, so some other things there also notable. 32% of customers have a 5G capable device. 5G adoption is high, including 5G ultra-wideband plans, these new premium plans. That seems to be accelerating. So getting people upgraded to plans that include the 5G ultra-wideband and then getting them on new devices, it all seems to be converting for them. 2022 is going to be a huge, exciting year for Verizon Wireless. We'll see how it pans out. Tell me what you guys think of the numbers. Tell me what you think of the breakdowns, individual things that concern you, things that you liked. Tell me what you guys think about this quarter for Verizon Q4 2021. You are the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard. Thank you for taking this opportunity to watch the SMT YouTube channel. If you appreciated this video, give it a like and a share to all your favorite social media platforms. Thank you in advance for that. Also, check out some of the links in the description box. We have the SMT Patreon page. We also have the Twitter handle @SneedTech. And do check out the audio-only podcast available on all the major podcast platforms. And if you are new, have not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and activate the bell notification icon so you never miss an upload from the SMT. We'll catch you on the next video. Peace.